In this video, I want to explore some of the common reasons Christians have attributed to atheists' lack of belief in their God. These misconceptions are taught by popular apologists like William Lane Craig and Frank Turek. Number one, mad at God. This is an idea that perpetuates the myth that Christians created about atheists and how we secretly believe in their God. Guess what? We don't. This is simply a reinforcement tool for believers, another excuse to dismiss the atheist argument and replace us with an angry, spiteful person driven by emotion rather than rationality. Number two, pride, or we don't want to believe. Like most Christian-created stereotypes, it's actually an externalization of their own thoughts and fears. Atheists don't believe because the evidence does not support belief in a God. The Christian is the one that suffers from pride in their upbringing and their lifestyle that causes them to reject the contradictions of their own beliefs. They're afraid of the idea that they are living a lie, and therefore reject the evidence, both historical and scientific, that disprove their teachings. Number three, don't know the gospel. Again, another stereotype, another straw man argument meant to make Christians feel like they are knowledgeable about the Bible and the teachings of Jesus. Yet studies show that atheists are more knowledgeable about the Bible than even the most knowledgeable Christian groups. Not to mention, many famous atheists started out on quests to find God. Many very religious people have only sought to better understand the Word of God, and that has brought them to atheism. As they learned more about the Bible, it became clear that the teachings were not accurate historically or scientifically. Number four, we haven't opened our heart. This is meant to discredit atheists and create the idea of a magical realm that governs thoughts, actions, and feelings in a special way that only they are capable of by placing an emphasis on their emotional ties. Number five, we haven't found the right church. Many atheists are former believers that have tried many churches. This argument is one of the most egocentric from the Christian world, implying that the dominant denomination in their tiny corner of America just happens to have been the place where a select group of people have discovered the one true interpretation of the Bible, and only they truly understand the world, while educated people the world over are inferior in their understanding and reasoning. Number six, we just want to live in sin. It's true that we don't want to follow all of your ideas of what are right and wrong. Many of your ideas are archaic and founded in superstition and bigotry. Conversely, we do agree with some of the most basic ideas of right and wrong, like murder and adultery, which statistically Christians commit at a higher rate than atheists. 7. It's just a phase. Another attempt to discredit the atheist by portraying us as a rebellious child rejecting the teachings of a parent. Speaking of parents, if God were everyone's father and he has never spoke to me, visited me, or interacted with me in any way, wouldn't this make God a shitty parent? Number 8, desires intellectual neutrality. Afraid to challenge our beliefs. Again, another straw man composed by the Christian meant to portray the atheist as someone that is afraid to examine different beliefs. This is another externalization of Christians' own fears of outside views. Studies show that atheists are not only more knowledgeable about Christianity than Christians, but also more knowledgeable about world religions. Number 9, tragic event. While tragedies do violate the concept of an all-knowing, all-powerful, all-loving God, and they do prove the Christian idea of a God is false, it is not the foundation for most atheists. Tragedies clearly present a contradiction for Christians that they dispel by pointing to a lack of understanding, ignoring the fact that their construct is the embodiment of an oxymoron. Number 10, we've been deceived. This is a last-ditch effort to attack science and reason when they lack any rebuttal rooted in the material. They turn toward things that cannot be seen or measured. They create conspiracy theories and wild leaps of faith rooted in biblical teachings that aim to create a world around us filled with supernatural powers that they can point to as the source of forces that guide us towards false teachings.